Call the meeting to order at 5:30. Article 2, would you guys like to move that public question down to the bottom, or you want to take it up now? Down to the bottom? Okay, all right. We'll jump to Article 3, old business. We could approve the minutes. Yeah, we've already approved, we could accept them from 10/17, 12/18, 12/21, 9/27, and then in 24 is 2/27, 3/19, 4/4, 5/2, 5/8, 5/15, 5/22, and 6/7.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Okay.
I can't say nothing, that ain't me.
No.
That's right.
All in favor? I second it. Then we get a couple more, right?
Yep.
So we get to approve the minutes from,
There you go.
August 20th, and then September 6th. I've already read them through myself.
This is a workshop.
Yeah, that's,
This is ratification.
there's that one.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Under old business, the signs. Got just some information on the signs here. Signs were placed on the back property line to protect the town from potential liability. We checked with the other municipalities around, the highway facilities, and they were all posted as well, no trespassing, no around all their equipment and stuff. At this time, I'd like to discuss placing something more permanent in these access areas. I'd like to use some riprap that can be moved if needed to be used as the best option at this point. This is not an effort to create any difficulty for anyone, only to protect the town against a potential liability situation using the lower driveway as a public throughway. I need a motion on a more permanent fix for that back line.
Where we're gonna do, well, okay.
We're gonna, my recommendation to use some of the big rocks like we're sitting out here along the cemetery.
Yeah, well, I got
Just
some
in the-
questions. Do we wait till discussion, or do you wanna do it right now?
You can do it right now.
Okay, so, are we gonna go, we ain't doing the whole back line?
No, just where you can, just because half of it by the town salt shed is a
Yeah,
bank.
there's a
You can't
little
down-
bit, right, there's a little
Yeah.
bit there,
Yeah.
you'd have to put some rocks there.
Yeah,
And then over by where the culverts are.
no, by the college, yeah.
That'd be the only thing, we
The
ain't
only-
do the whole thing.
No, just those,
Yeah, okay. I'll make
just so
a-
nobody can
Yeah.
steal our stuff and go out through, out
Yeah.
of the camera's eye that we
Yeah,
just
'cause
open for
there's no
liability.
cameras back there, is
No,
there?
no.
The last camera is where?
It's on the corner of the town office by the superintendent's office over there.
It goes
But
to
that's
the,
the school's camera.
okay.
We could see somebody coming in, we wouldn't see them going out if they were to go out.
Go out the back, come in and go out the back way, we would never
Yes,
see
we'd
it.
never see it.
Okay, I make a motion to put larger riprap, rocks, whatever, some kind of barrier,
Yeah,
cheapest way
yeah,
to, on our line.
yeah. Any discussion? You already had?
No,
All in favor?
good.
Motion carries.
Matt,
Yeah,
now, we still gotta put signs up still?
not after that, but signs are just a temporary thing until we have
Okay.
the permanent
Okay.
fix. That was-
Okay, yep, so we just put the rocks here and all that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, that's it for old business, unless you had something, Chris, under old business.
I don't know, we'll get the motor on that truck, is you wanna bring that up now, or
We got a highway thing.
you got a highway thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wait till then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, instead of road commissioners, just put highway report.
All right, we'll move along to new business. ACO, the ACO update is Mr. Reinbold, the Town of Woodland's Animal Control Officer, currently is working for 6 communities, including Woodland. To update the current equipment, the ACO is asking that the $470 be paid by the 6 communities, resulting in $78.33 per community. And we have the documentation of that. And what the equipment is, it was for a new Gen 9 iPad of $199, an iPad case, which would take up to a 4.5 foot drop, which is $125, and then a body cam for $146, which totals $470, and they're asking this town, the town of Woodland, for $78.33, and that is Mr. Reinbold,
I
dog
make a
catcher.
motion to accept the to pay $78.33 to the animal control officer for the new equipment.
Second.
Any discussion?
That's for that right there, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He's gonna get an iPad.
Yep,
Was that phone?
No, it's a iPad.
bigger than phone.
Okay.
And he's gonna have it on projects and to download what he's, pictures and stuff that he needs, and needs assistant, so he can, instead of going
Yeah.
to the
Well,
DA's office.
Up here, he's saying he's using his own personal phone.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Is that something we gotta look into?
Well,
No.
no, it's just when he goes on a project, he needs a body cam too.
Right,
So
yeah.
when he goes on, but all the towns are getting together to buy him this stuff. So he's not using his own personal phone.
Okay, all the towns he represents,
Yeah.
everybody's getting all together.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to know, because like I say, he's using his own personal phone,
Yeah,
and I don't,
you ought to have a
yeah,
company
he,
name.
to me, but that's another thing. That's not what we're voting on today.
No, we're just voting on,
Voting on this
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. Yep,
so motion's on the floor.
second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor? We'll let him have the $78.33. Office updates. You got the office updates, huh?
Yep. Since I've been selectman since a year ago in July, our board has never received a set of financial documents. I asked for the reconciliation for 7 months, and I asked for financials at every selectman meeting for 7 months and got nothing. So we've contacted our CPA, and we've got someone that's going to come in and go over our books and make sure that everything in our books is accurate, it's going in the correct spot, everything, and I mean, we have got to get up to par on this stuff if we expect our town and municipality to run the way it should. Bridget and I went down to the bank the other day. We had an issue with our checking account. Someone was trying to get into our checking account. And we went down and we brought our checking account, different accounts with us. And well, she kept referring to this account. And we said, no, this is what this account is. Come to find out, our main bond bank account was being used to pay for, let me see, I think it was election employees, the people that work for the elections. It was being used for part-time employees. It was being used to pay the select staff. It was our bond bank account. And out of our bond bank account, and a payment was even made to pay another entity that wasn't even ours. So we had to take that account, and we got to figure out what's come out of that account, because it's against the law to pay any of that out of the main bond bank money. So what we're going to do is, with the keen eye of our accountant, once we get all our numbers together, we're going to go in and we're going to journal this money back into the main bond bank. because we're not allowed to use that money for anything other than what we wrote our loan for. So that right there, that error's got to be corrected, and we've got to make those journal entries. Let me see, another thing, I know that there's been a lot of forward requests. We're trying to get the ladies in the office trained. And we've had one forward request right after the other, and they aren't asking for a copy of the document, they're asking for piles of stuff. And you're entitled to it. You're entitled to every document you wish to have. However, according to the law, we respond to your FOA within 5 days that we've received your request. After that 5 days, we can take it, we don't have to produce you a document that we don't have. I can actually read to you what was given to us by Legal Services at MMA. And it says, inspection, conversion pursuant to subsection 7 and copying of a public record subject to a request under this section may be scheduled to occur at a time that will not delay or inconvenience the regular activities of the agent or official having custody or control of the public records requested. We will get to every forward request that has come in the office, but you gotta understand and have some patience that we're still training. We gotta get these ladies trained, and once they're up and running and we can do all this, every forward request that has come through the door will be fulfilled. But until that time, you just gotta have a little bit of patience with us. And I also would like to tell you guys that any time that anybody in this room or in this community has a question, feel free to give us an email. One of the three of us will answer it. If we can't, we'll go to the girl, we'll figure it out, we'll give you a question. We'll give you an answer to your questions. We just feel that we need your patience, we need your tolerance right now when we're trying to train. Carla will be all trained BMV-wise the first part of October. So at least when she's here, she'll be able to be here alone and be able to fulfill her duties because she will be completed that training. And we've got a few more things that we're doing with Bridget. And like I said, we've got a lady coming in that's very proficient in Trio. She's very proficient with the books and the auditing, and so she's going to help us. And so from now on, what we can expect to come out of our packets will be, when you request a packet of the minutes, you're going to get, for example, the sign-up sheets. You're going to get all of the documentation of our finances. You're going to get the copies of the things we talk about here at the table. All of this stuff should be made available to you, along with, if you want to take a look at the reconciliation of the checking account. There's no reason why our checking accounts should go a year at a time and not be reconciled. And that's what happened twice now. So we got to get this together, and we're working diligently to do it. So. And we'd be happy to work with anybody in this room that has a question, needs some help. We'd be happy to work with you all that we can.
Well, is that it for?
Oh yeah, I think dog license.
We get the dog license.
That's Carla.
Carla?
Yeah, they start October 15th. So make sure if you have a pet, that you license him before the end of the year. And the tags are in, and you can start October 15th.
Awesome. All right. That's it on dog license, huh? All right. So abatements, we have one right here. So this lady has come in last year to pay her taxes, is what is written here. And she was told her taxes were all set for last year. And when she came back in this year to pay her taxes, lo and behold, she had last year's taxes to pay. So what she's requesting for an abatement is the interest on that for last year to be dropped, and if she could get the discount for last year. She's going to pay it before the due date of this year, and So the total of the abatement, which is the discount, is $69.49. Yep, and the interest total is $81.71 for a total abatement of $151.18 off a $4,414 tax bill.
Yep.
What's her name?
Her name is Samantha
I make a
Carlson.
motion to approve an abatement for Samantha Carlson in the amount of $151.18.
Second.
Lily.
Lily. Oh, it says Samantha on it.
Oh, she goes by Lily.
Oh, okay. All right.
It doesn't say Samantha.
Oh.
That's not Samantha.
Oh, okay. All right. Different. Lily, okay.
Okay, we go Lily.
Yeah, Lily.
Okay.
So, motion's been made, seconded.
Seconded.
Any more discussion on that?
That, when you said the 4,000, that's for both years, all
If
right?
you look on the second, yeah, that's for
Right,
both
right.
years.
2023, she was 21.
Yeah,
Okay, so, yeah.
But
Thanks,
she bought the property in June, and when she came to pay the taxes, she said, I just bought this property. He said, oh, well, you don't have any taxes this year. Well, she in fact did.
Yeah, then when she come in, was that amount this year.
That's the flashes and stuff.
Right, so she's, right, the whole thing she can pay is over $4,000. but
yeah, it's almost 4,500.
If we let $151 go, we get 2,100.
Yeah,
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Good move.
All right, so motions are made, seconded. No more discussion?
No,
All in favor? Motion carries. Highway paving. So highway paving, we had a workshop scheduled for last Friday. We had to cancel because we didn't have all of our information back from the vendors yet. So it wasn't worth having a meeting without the information. And as of right now, we still haven't heard back from Northeast or Trombley's. Have you heard from Sodberg yet either?
nope, no.
So we haven't got any of the pricing back yet from them as of today. So as soon as we get that information in, and we'll have another workshop to go over that material, our financials, and our work we'd like to do. We'll go over that with another workshop and then put it to a vote on a special town meeting. Hopefully, I don't know, it depends on the vendors, if they could even possibly do it between now and when it gets too cold to stop paving. So we're working on it as best we can. You guys over on the Langley Road, we know.
But I want to mention to them that if we can get it approved by the community,
Yeah.
that if we can't get to it, that it'll be the first
Yes.
project in the spring.
So if we, best case scenario, it all comes together, we have enough time at the end of the year, you guys decide, yes, that's something you want to do, we vote it in, and it can be completed before it's too cold. Worst case scenario, we'd like to still have the vote on it, so in case next year our annual town meeting that's usually scheduled for March ends up being late for some unforeseen situation, that work can still be completed before we have to wait for our annual meeting, then our mill rate set. Like, that's why we're so late this year going into it, because we just got the mill rate, we got the financial stuff set, that it's almost too late in the season. So if we do have that, and we do have a special town meeting to vote on that, that would be something that would commence as soon as we could get them in here in the spring, say end of May, June. I don't know when they start paving, but I know in June. But then would be set up on their schedule for the early part of the season, not on the tail end when everything's getting too late. So that's our update on the highway paving. We're doing the best we can to see through that stuff. So. Yeah, let's do a road commissioner. We don't need to. That'd be at the end of the selectmen's meeting. Let's do a road report. Okay. I don't have anything on.
Road report?
Anything on the road? Everything on the? I know the
Okay.
boys been out patching and working.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, they, I asked them what they thought of the Davis Road, and one of the workers said they probably should do something because his daughter told him it was rough. So I said, well, we better listen to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so, if we could have hired another person, we could have used our paver, but we don't have a paver. So I said, whatever you think, guys, just put something. So last I heard that they were putting about 8 ton a day down by hand and rolling it, the big roller we got. And there's been a few people saying what they're doing is helping.
Oh, definitely.
So,
I mean,
so the 2 guys that we have right now, in weather like this, shoveling 8 ton of hot top a day is, you can't ask for more.
Yeah.
And, so, but no, they're doing that.
That's good.
I haven't heard anything on hiring anybody else applications, no. That and the motor that we voted on to replace the truck, the boys washed the truck, took it all, cleaned it all up and stuff, and brought it up to Fort Kent. That truck, the motor for that truck's supposed to be in this week.
Good.
But they're going through the truck to make sure everything is like there's, the Mexicans are really rusted on it. It hadn't been washed for a while, I guess, I don't know. And the wheel seal's leaking. So they're going through the truck. When it comes out, it's gonna have an inspection sticker, they told me.
Good.
They took, Daigle was running a sale or something about changing the oil and going through the whole truck. And so the boys asked me and I said, you guys do what you want. So that one there just come back.
Yeah.
And that one there is all ready,
For one.
except, yeah, but that's the one that needed the dump on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's this one here where we had talked about, yeah, it's going on that one right there. Right, that's a $50,000 dump. And we just put, what, would you guys tell me, 60,000 in the motor? Yeah, but anyway, to get our money back, this is me just suggesting, you guys can do what you want. I would take the dump off that truck. I got a price for a flatbed body, aluminum flatbed body, whereas we would probably sell our spare truck we have now, which is a 96, put that out to bid.
That's the patch wagon. Right?
That's the patch wagon.
Okay.
This truck would be our patch wagon truck. If they need to go to town to get calcium, they can put whatever length it is, put the pallets on it. When they go to do calcium, they can take the truck and the tractor and go.
Yeah.
We've got a water tank out here to wash the intersections and stuff like that. They can put that on there. And I think you could put a sander on there too, a smaller sander, like a 4 or 5 yard sander, and put that on there. So this would be our spare truck for the winter, because we already got the plow rigging and everything on it. And I mean, oh yeah, that, you know, with the motor and everything, that'd be our good spare truck. If they're out plowing 2 o'clock in the morning, they break a wheel or blow a hose, that's gonna take time to fix. They can drive the truck in, let the snow melt, get in that, and continue on. You know, the town right now has 3 trucks and a spare. This is one of the 3.
Okay.
Okay. The other 2 are wheelers, and the other one's a single axle. So we've got 2 small ones and 2 big ones.
Yeah.
Where you guys said about purchasing a new truck. If you order a truck right now, you ain't gonna get it till next year, if you're lucky. They have one for, it's an 04 truck. It'll be gone through with new frame rails on the outside, because it's double framed. And they would take it apart, paint the truck up, wheels, tires, batteries. It'd be a brand new second-hand truck. That'd be, you know, a refurbished, you know, you buy a refurbished alternator, whatever, that's what it would be. And I just got a price about 10 minutes before the meeting, and we're looking at about $58,000.
That's a lot less than 250.
That's a lot less than 250. Yeah. So that is, you know, so the 250 that we got, you purchase that truck out of that, and that would save the town, you know, at least $200,000, $190,000 right there.
Yeah,
And then you would also have 3-wheelers.
yeah, better proportion, better to haul.
Well, no, a single axle truck does good, but it's, when it comes in the summertime, when you can get a good buy on material to truck it, you know, you got 3-wheelers instead of 2-wheelers and a single axle.
Yeah,
It'd be more efficient,
yeah,
you know. And also, in the wintertime, a single axle will push just as much, not more, you know. But,
We'll have that dump right there.
okay, well that's just, okay. If you want to go to this right here. Right here, you have it, this is all set up for municipality, whereas it's got lights in the headboard and everything, the flashers, all that stuff. It's a municipality set up light system. And the only thing, I got looking for another price. There's a local resident in town that sells these bodies too. So I got to give him a chance. Whereas this one's got aluminum decking. I didn't think of it, but maybe wood would probably be better.
probably.
Because aluminum, if you pick up a pallet off the ground, it's got rocks in it, you go to slide it, you know. Whereas wood can be replaced, aluminum. So that is one thing.
Probably less money on the body if it was wood than it would be for aluminum.
I don't know. I didn't. Right. I just thought of it after.
Like this all around, right?
Yeah,
Right. It'd have aluminum framework. The cross beams and everything would be all aluminum. It's just at the top would be planking. That if it rots out, you can replace it yourself. Whereas this here, once it gets wavy after a while, you got to cut it out. Be like a dump truck.
yeah,
So, but anyway, this here, let's see, it's a 12-foot body, 102 wide. It's got stake pockets if you wanted to put like a 2x6 or something, you know.
yeah,
And to me, that would be more efficient for patching because they could throw their shovels, all their stuff on there.
oh yeah,
You know, so if they wanted to go out with 2 guys, they go out with a truck, they don't need the pickup.
yeah,
You know, say they only got a few holes here and there.
yeah, yeah,
Then got all LED lights and let's see, the not installed price, but having it delivered here is $11,900.
Is that something that those two could install?
Well, they probably could. I never.
What do you think?
I don't know. Well, first thing is if we send it down there, okay, either we take the dump off here, then drive, and this place is in, where's this place? We've been there. Heartland, Maine.
Yeah.
So that's down by Scout Heaton Way.
Yeah.
So you'd have to drive the truck down there, 2 guys, come back, let them put it on,
yeah.
and then go back down and get it and come back up.
There's a
So-
cost to that, yeah.
If the 2 guys we got here, it all depends what their workload is. I don't know what it is. And if they think they can do it, whatever, it's up to them, you know. But there could be other businesses in town, somebody that would take the dump off
Yeah,
and put it on for us,
yeah,
okay? Just the money saved in going back and forth. You know, that's one day you're paying them, one day again you'll get it,
yeah. Plus
okay?
fuel.
Yeah, and then and they could be doing something else.
Yep.
If we have them install it, it's going to be an extra $1,300 right on top of that too. So.
Yeah,
And then for our underbody hoist system, what makes it dumb, to install into existing truck hydraulics is $4,200.
So it'll dump.
That right, so that makes it look like that right there.
Can you
Okay.
make it down?
I don't know.
Nice.
It'd be one of them things, maybe you don't need it now, but then a year down the road you say, boy, I wish that dump.
Yeah.
Because you put something on it and you know.
So I
Yeah.
don't know.
But then again, is it going to, I don't know.
I mean, we got dump trucks.
You got dump trucks, I mean, it's quite a bit of money. And then the other thing is I don't know if, by putting a dump on, sometimes it raises the body up.
Makes it.
You know, say 4 or 5 inches. And I don't know about you, but 4 or 5 inches to a short guy like me picking stuff up all day would make a difference.
Yeah.
So, you know, by the time you put a plank on it, you throw stuff over. So, I don't know, that's, but I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, we can go get a $50,000 dump if you want for that. But, I can't see
So
putting
you-
all that money in that
Are
truck.
you gonna go get some more pricing, like you said there's another company around that sells them?
Yeah, we sent it in, I just ain't, I don't know if it's ready or not.
All right,
It's, this one here is a Duromag aluminum body,
Yeah,
and the other one I think would be a Mission.
yeah,
I think they're both made in Maine.
yeah.
You know, so I mean that is something. Whereas now, purchasing this, now I don't know where the money would come from. That's the thing. It's because people sign for $250,000 to buy truck or trucks, old or new. Okay, so if we bought that truck here for $58,000, the people already said we could.
Yeah.
But this is not a truck, this is a body.
Maybe out of the
So as
highway.
they come out and equipment repair or whatever,
Yeah,
but I don't know how much is in there or whatever, because
yeah,
we got that motor's coming out of equipment repair.
Yeah, that's right.
We've already decided that.
yeah.
So I don't know how much is in there, I don't know.
Go take a look.
It's been very limited.
Yeah, and I mean, this is something we ain't gotta
Yeah.
vote on right now, and the old Ford truck that this guy's got doesn't have no depth. It's got a regen system, but it's not, you don't have to add no fluid to it.
That's good. Yeah.
And it'd be the same, our yellow one is an 04. And it's got the same motor, so you can keep the same filters, you don't have to keep a lot of different stuff on hand.
Yeah.
Let's see, it comes all with whip, plow, wing, dump with a front, just like this one or our new ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's a Tinko dump that is exactly like,
The red one.
the one on the yellow truck.
Okay. Yeah.
That company, Tinko.
Mhm.
This one here and the red truck is Everest. That's the company.
Yeah.
So if you
Okay.
keep everything the same, you don't have to keep so many parts on hand.
Understandable. Yeah.
But that is, I don't know how you guys want to do that. You know,
Well, we're gonna
You-
wait for the quote.
Yeah.
right? You'd have three big plow trucks and a really good spare truck. And the 96, I mean, that's, geez, what's that, 20-something years old? No, 28 years old. You know, it's still a good truck,
Yeah.
but it'd be,
Move that along, we'll still got some work to it.
well, yeah, you can still get something for it. You know, like the red truck out there, the reason why we're putting a motor in is you wouldn't get nothing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so that and I guess that's what you guys want me to do is the truck part. I think I got that pretty well.
Yeah.
That's just something you guys can,
Ponder.
yeah, I mean, people that are here, they can see you and talk to you and see what they think about it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Check on that other price too.
what's that, on this one?
Yeah, yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got it ready.
Yeah, because on his, I did put wooden floor.
On the floor, I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't know you could till I seen this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else under the, heard anything from the roads?
Yeah, I guess I don't know, they're doing, you know.
No applications or anything have come in on?
No.
All
No. And when,
right.
now when's Paul supposed to be back? 1st of October?
Somewhere's, I'm not sure the exact date, but it's,
Okay.
was it mid-October or first of
Well,
October?
it would be, they had mid-October to November.
Okay.
It would be November.
Okay. So
Okay.
summer's here soon, hopefully.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Question.
Public question and answer. Joey?
Couple questions. What do you think the old truck is worth? What do you think, can you get enough out of that? Pay for that body, or
What's that now?
you're selling that old
That
truck?
96? You mean?
Yeah.
Talk about? No, I don't know, I never, this is just something, you know, I throwing at the selectmen,
So it's time to get auction that truck up. Where's that money going? Which account does that money go to?
What was that
If
going?
the town auctions off the old truck, which account does that money go into?
What was that, I don't know.
Doesn't that go under expended, one that we have a lot of money in?
Unexpended balance, I don't know, I think
Fund.
we put it in the general fund and then figure out where it's gotta go and move it over there.
What are you thinking, selling that, and taking the money and buying that?
Well, it
body?
should go into the repairs of these trucks. If you're
Yeah.
selling one truck, it should go into the repairs of
Yeah.
the trucks.
Yeah.
Or to the highway department.
Yeah.
There is a process for it, it's gotta come in and then get.
Because that'll offset the cost of some of the stuff you're talking about, this dump,
Yep,
or the truck they're gonna buy.
yep. Yep,
Well,
definitely.
is that a dealer has that truck?
Which one? The one,
$58,000 truck you're talking about?
yeah, Daigle and Holton. He come out of Lincoln.
So will they take that truck and trade? They might refurbish that and sell it to another town.
It might.
It's all that.
Yeah, I mean, they could,
What type of shape is that in? Is it rusty?
no, it's just electrical issues, like, the speedometer don't work. The gas gauge work and it shows that it's charging and the heater works, so it's a good truck.
Because for 58 grand, there's probably no negotiating on that price.
Yeah, I mean, like that 58, that's right in the ballpark. That's not an exact figure, because I talked to him, like I said, it was like 10 minutes before I got here. And he, because he has an 07 that he's taken in and refurbished, would be like $10,000 more, but it has a smaller motor, a cat motor, and it's automatic. So we'd probably be right back to the red one. The only reason why we're putting the motor in that red one is because it ain't worth nothing unless it's running. And if a person really wanted to think ahead, you could buy a truck, just a cab and chassis right now. I think it's like 160 to 170,000. Okay, and turn around and take everything off a truck. If it's taken care of, equipment that was taken care of will last a long time. And in this area, it's water and soap. The truck's got to be clean because you're in calcium and stuff like that, and salt. But you could take and outfit it. You can buy a brand new truck for about 160,000. Take your stuff off and put it on that truck. If your stuff is still in good shape and not worn out. A dump right now, like that dump right there, a small dump, is 50,000. Because it's sander, it's got the sander, everything. It's like a 4-season or all-season body. You can use it as a regular dump, and 10 minutes later, you can be sanding the road. And, and that's just a dump, 50,000. Then you take your headgear, all your hydraulic valves and stuff in there, your plow, your wing, that's where you're coming up to like another 150,000. So, a new truck is going to cost you today probably anywhere between $280,000 to $300,000. And just because it's new doesn't mean it's going to be a good truck. Emissions has ruined me. I mean, it's good for the environment and everything like that, but as far as a truck is a good truck, but I bet you if you went to a mechanic, 80% of the time a truck goes into a shop, it's because of emissions problem. We had the boys call me about the loader. It went into regen, it didn't do it, so it cuts it. It derates the motor. So you're probably only going to go 2 miles an hour to get it where you're going to go, and then you call a mechanic, they come here with a computer, and oh, this little sparker here didn't work. So you're paying $100 and something an hour or whatever for this guy to come out, and it's because of emissions. So, I mean, it's a good thing, and it's getting better. All your emission stuff is getting better, like an automatic transmission. When they first come out with a truck. But today, plowing, to me, automatic's the way to go. Mostly over the road trucks are all automatics too.
Gene, go ahead.
I just want to back up what Chris said about that highway crew. They've been working their butt off, and you see, they have made the Davis Road a lot better
job, the two of
I
them.
never see sitting around no matter where they were.
No, we lucked out with them too. They
If
are,
you see them, thank them. A thank you goes a long ways.
I'm thinking more I'll bring in donuts.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like that too.
Don't forget the girls in the office.
Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, Kathy, thank you for explaining things about the situation in town. It saves a lot of people making comments and wondering and making up their own story.
You're welcome.
The reality is, years ago, when Amber was here, everything was done 100%. The select board didn't have to do a lot of work, because all that was presented to them, and it was all, and since she had left, not knocking these guys or the previous people, they just weren't told how that system worked. And today there's still questions about it. So we're working out the weeds with it to get back to being 100% like it used to be. We'll get there. We got, like I said, someone coming in, and it's a lot of work.
Well, do have some good office help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead, Terry.
Just 2 points on your conversation. One, I wouldn't take down your no trespassing signs, because you're still, people in the state of Maine, they're allowed to go anywhere where there's no signs. So you might want to keep them up, just one thought. And then with your body that you're talking about, if you do add a dump onto that, I mean, from having them myself, it's a minimum of 6 to 8 inches that you're going to increase the height of it. Because the cylinder itself is 4, and you need 2, well, you need an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, top and bottom. So your minimum of adding another 6 inches to it.
yeah, I don't know if, like this picture here is a scissor dump.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe it's electric, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of them are now.
Right,
They're all standalone.
Yeah.
right.
But the idea of having a wood bed over an aluminum bed is hands down the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
A wooden
Yeah.
floor?
Yep.
Okay.
I just the price of it isn't gonna be that much. It'll be a little cheaper, but it's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But the way people at facilities don't care about other people's vehicles, you're gonna have that bed torn right up in a heartbeat.
Well, my big thing too was, I don't think wood would be as slippery.
It generally.
You know what I mean? Like say that it's aluminum. I'm assuming the floor would be diamond plate, aluminum diamond.
Right, and you'll have stuff slide all over.
So if things would slide, you know, maybe sometimes they gotta put a screw with a block of wood to hold something.
Yeah.
You know, kinda hard to screw something to aluminum deck, you know.
Woodward.
Yeah, we had 3 of them, every one of them was wood.
Yeah, they had,
They demoed the one that was the aluminum floor on it, and you're right, it was a diamond plate, and it lasted about 30 minutes, and they never even took it out on the road. The people that were way above me on the food chain, they said, no way is this gonna work.
see, they got something here. How do you pronounce that?
Afton.
Aptong?
Flooring.
Yeah. It looks like a flooring, but like a wood floor, but
Afton.
Says it's hardwood.
is that what it is? What does that mean? Oh yeah, you're a carpenter. Yeah. Okay.
Probably Tamarack.
Probably old Tamarack plans, yeah.
Tamarack, yeah.
Is the fancy wood.
Yeah.
So then they must offer a wooden floor for this then also. So, then that'd be the way to go right there then, I guess. But I mean, that's if you guys wanna do this stuff, I don't know.
Well, it'd certainly make that truck a little more usable than just sitting there with a dump that you can only commit to hauling gravel and dirt. You can do a lot more with the flatbed service than you can with a dump in the summer when you're working out on stuff.
Well, they-
stuff around water, sand.
No, they got the pickup here,
calcium.
you know, 3/4 ton pickup.
Yeah,
And sometimes they almost need like a 1 ton pickup.
yeah,
So we'll just give them a 3 ton pickup.
yeah,
You know, I mean, we already own it.
yeah.
Apatong is a tough hardwood for species classified as moderate hardwood. Its hardness numbers are almost identical to oak.
So there you go. Yeah. So,
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the same stuff that's in the shipping containers.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So that'd probably be
It
the way.
says right here, it's domestically, it's used for trailer decking.
There you go.
About this box trailers, you got hundred floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it says that it's the first choice for trailer decking, preferred material.
probably hard to put a nail through it then.
Yeah.
That'll probably snap a few screws off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put a screw in it.
Well, I know from experience, we got a hardwood floor on a box strap, and even if it sweats and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Yeah.
But steel body, aluminum,
A little bit of snow on it,
yeah.
yeah, slide right off it.
See, and then you would get like a V-box sander that you could just,
Mount
you
it
sit on top and use chain binders or something, and that would be your spare truck. So you got 3 main trucks going.
Yeah.
If it's a bad storm, you got that extra truck to fall on if you find someone to drive it. Like you say, you break down at 2 o'clock in the morning and you ain't gonna get no part.
Yeah.
You know, you just drive the truck in, you get in that, and, you know.
Keep going, yeah. Go
My
ahead, Amy.
question was for the treasurer. Where are we with the 2023 audit?
With the 2023 audit? No, we're still working
We're
with.
just starting. We just actually just got the, every year you have to sign an intent for audit. And we just got that from them here a while ago. We're kind of on the bottom of the food chain there. And they dropped, I can't tell you how many municipalities, so we'll consider ourselves lucky that we're
Is
still
it
there.
still through Belfast?
Felch, yeah. And if I'm correct, they dropped a couple local municipalities, so we're fortunate that we're still there with them. And they're the ones who are helping us with our person that's going to give us.
Do we know what the delay is for having it so late in the year, or is that what usually happens?
It's just, like I was trying to explain a while ago, we just had so much that it isn't correct. We have to figure it out, and like every time we take an item that we're going to work on, we've got to unravel it, put it where it goes. I mean, from our taxes to our accounts for what I was mentioning there earlier. It's just the main bond bank account. You know, had we not gone to the bank together, and I was
Now, that main bond bank account is money that we owe back,
Well,
right?
yeah, we have a loan with the main bond bank, and we owe them, not anymore, but we owe them $825,000 plus interest. So when we got this money, we opened up an account, we refer to it as a main bond bank account. That's where we pay for everything that was approved under that loan package.
That was the hot top.
Only what's under that loan package. So they said we're gonna do road prep, and we're gonna do hot top, and we're gonna do anything that was in that loan. So when we looked at it, and we paid somebody else's payment to the main bond bank that has their own loan, and then we turned around and paid wages, we paid all kinds of bills.
What was the difference of, what do we owe back in there?
I don't know exactly the figure that we owe in there,
What
but
was
it's like $10,000 maybe. By the time we
And did you just find it
We just found that
9
out.
months later?
We have, you don't have any reason, really, if we're not paying any bills out of the main bond bank, it's just sitting there, okay? So when we went to the bank, because we had an issue with that, somebody tried to get in our checking account. They kind of tried to scam a few municipalities in the area. Nobody got into our account, but we do have to close our account and open a new one, which is a whole challenge in itself because of the direct withdrawals that we have to our account. We pay our 941s, we pay all of that out of there. So we don't dare to close this account until we're positive, and we're working with the bank for her to open our new account and get all that direct stuff with IRS and everybody, so that we see it go once, then we'll close it and move it over.
And nothing's currently going through that
And-
account without approval.
Yes, anything that comes up on that account, they call and take a look at it. Yep, we wrote that, yep, we wrote that. So, I mean, when she does a payroll, we know exactly what's going to be coming up there.
And who are the signers on that new account?
On the new account, it would be the treasurer and none of us are signers on any account. No. Donna.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we approved her back when there wasn't anybody. Remember back then, we
Well, that
needed
makes
somebody to, we approved her to, in the event we get in that position again, somebody can do that.
You got a question, Ted?
No, I'm good.
Sir?
Are you utilizing a sealed bid process for any of the work you're doing?
For what, like getting the quotes on the hot top?
Are you using a sealed bid
No, they're
process
just sending
for the road work?
No, they're just emailing us quotes in, or, well, we haven't got anything yet, so.
Yeah, but we're doing all our own road work. All we're
Yes.
getting is paving prices.
Just the paving price, yeah. Yeah.
Is there any third-party company anticipated to do work?
What do you mean by third party? We're gonna get the road ready, and we just asked them, what would you charge us to come in and lay the pavement down?
Okay, so
Just
my question, I'm just trying to clarify that work you're not putting out to a sealed bid?
No.
process?
No.
My second question would be, I appreciate the burden that FOAA requests have on office staff, and there's been suggestion for a while now that you get a website up, which you've done, and I mean, you have a machine that both scans and copies. So my question is, like you've approved quite a few minutes for going back over a year, it sounded like to me. Why not just put those up on the website so that people don't have to bother you with FOA requests, so people don't have to pay
That's
for
a
FOA?
great idea.
We intend to do all of that, but it's just trying to get the manpower to get there's so much going on in that office that to take all those and scan them in and get them up on the website, we don't have the manpower to do it right now.
Great.
Would you be open to, and you also stated that you would accept help from people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are people in town who are very skilled at internet services. And again, sending the minutes through the scanning machine takes just as much time as copying it.
Yep.
Why not reach out to, say, Lisa Milliard, who could come in and put it up on your website, and so that people like me don't have to bother you for FOA requests. We're not asking for things that are like bizarre.
Well, see, by doing that, you're asking us to create something that we don't already have. And that was part, we don't already have our minutes going up on there. We don't have that, they're not there. So in order to produce this and manufacture this is where we're kind of falling into that hole. We'd rather dedicate ourselves to, we got to get trained. We have got to get trained. We've got to get our office running efficiently. I mean, these ladies here are working like you wouldn't believe, and they're going in and out of training, and by the time they get back, they got piles of stuff on their desk. We got to take this, and we got to take it slow and get it done so we're right this time. Get it done and get it done right. We can't, I understand what you're saying, and I tell you, just as soon as I wouldn't have an issue scanning them in and putting them on the website, but right now, we can't create this. We don't have time. We just...
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Thank you.
I have a question. What's the purpose of the videos? Doesn't that have all the information on it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So why do we need all those minutes?
Well, I don't think they're an official copy of the town's archives. You know, the videos aren't. So I think we have to have those. So
Exactly.
The FOAA requires either a recording or minutes, but I would suggest that a town that has a good set of minutes has created a history, not just for what's going on now, but what people may want to know 25 years from now, or 50 years from now, or 100 years from now. And it's the history of the town, and it's important. So,
definitely agree.
Thank you.
Were the minutes typed up on a computer and saved?
Yes.
Carl?
Couldn't you just go on the website and drag that file over on the website?
They're not currently saved in a PDF format, which we have to see if I can add the PDF. I
Is that
think
also
to
public
upload
version?
them to the website. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not technically savvy with web work, so I can't answer that question,
It's a
sorry.
little bit of a challenge to post stuff in that new one. It's a little bit of a challenge to post stuff on that new town webpage. Moving stuff around in there, and so we
Can citizens help with it?
I don't know if we can. I'd have to check with MMA, because I don't believe a citizen's even supposed to come in and take the documents out of the book. And I mean, one time we had somebody come in and scan themselves over 1,000 pages. They scanned them to themselves. So 1,000 pages of what? You know, you just.
Then they get put back in all mismatch and
For what?
hard time. Then we had to go sort through them and try to straighten out the ones that were misplaced and unorganized.
So did MMA say that the FOIA requests go to an unlimited time before they have to?
They just said that, I can read it to you.
Yeah, doesn't it just say like a reasonable
It says,
something?
copying of a public record subject to a request under this section may be scheduled to occur at a time that will not delay or inconvenience the regular activities of the agency or official having custody or control of the public record requested. So,
Well, that could be all the time.
yeah.
You know, if they're that busy, we've never.
We're doing our darndest to get them to everybody. It's just a matter when they can get them freed up.
Because I think some of them have been a couple of months, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's some that they've, but I think you gotta work on the last one first, going forward, so.
When you get a request for the town's checking account and all the cancel checks, right? That means redaction. There
Yeah,
are
there's
a lot of
that too.
checks in there, there's a lot going on. So every month you're going in, you're redacting all this stuff, and it's a lot of work. You know, so.
Did they have somebody come in when the fire clerks were here to help with those, if they were requested?
I have no idea, I wasn't here.
I don't think there's that many FOIA requests back then, but maybe, not sure. Go ahead.
Throwing it out there, being involved in different townships before, generally, I don't know MMA, but generally, the only people that handle documents and do anything in the office is employees from the town, from the municipality. And that's in general. I mean, I'm not saying that maybe there's something in MMA that's different. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
my experience has always been that it's only the people that are employed and certified or whatever.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, we talked about hot topping on the Langley Road. Is there any schedule that we've been put on to have this hot top done prior to us getting a price?
Yes.
Yes, we kind of talked,
So we have scheduled a time frame,
well,
tentatively.
Let me answer that.
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Dave, when I get here, the two asked me what we could do about hot topping. I went to Soderberg's, they penciled us in on September. Okay.
So we do have a date, that's the
No,
only.
wait a minute. They penciled us in on September. Long as we got to them with a certain price, you know what I mean? We didn't know how much money we had to do it. At one time, it looked like we had a lot of money. And then all of a sudden, you turn something over and like, oh, where'd that come from? That wasn't paid. Oh, where did that money go? We're supposed to have that money, but now we don't. That's where the books, the financials have set us back, really. That's the major thing on the hot top.
So that was kind of set up as the worst case scenario, that we were on somebody's schedule. Until we firmed up the numbers and got the official numbers, that would deviate, hey, we'll say Northeast was cheaper, but they wouldn't be able to do it until next year. We still have the option open that we're on Soderbergh, which might be $1 a ton more, but they could do it this year. That was the only catch there. It was never set in stone. It was mentioned in wording, hey, give us a time slot there if you've got some extra time.
Yeah, put us in there, but it's one of them deals is, you know, you're waiting at an airplane and you're on standby. You might get a seat, you might not.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if you pay for the ticket or not.
Right, but we didn't know if we had the money to pay for the
That's
ticket.
right. Well,
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, and in this time of year, the plane is taxing them.
Yeah.
You know, so that's,
well, I mean, it shouldn't take, I mean, we got priorities as far as getting equipment and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That road's gone way beyond.
Oh,
So here's the,
All joints, vehicles, you guys are just saying so-called calcium on the vehicles here. Well, our home vehicles is what we go to work with.
I understand.
I know you guys understand that, but I usually
So-
don't voice my opinion, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Of course, we're up against the timing, because by the time we say money's
If you don't have
close,
money for it,
well then,
otherwise you throw it around the windows.
that's right.
I mean, if
But
I'm
like-
gonna do something to my house, I make sure I have the funds before I
That's
go
right.
forward, so.
Yep.
And if I don't, I go borrow the money. and
Well,
then do that.
We think we've got the money for it. It's just a
We don't.
matter of getting all the facts laid out.
Once you guys get that stuff sorted out, I mean, it sounds like you guys are right on the edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it'll all come, you know,
Yeah.
close up some books and.
Yeah.
I would rather make sure we got the money and have it done.
Well,
Then we come back to you
it would make
and
me
say,
feel better.
geez, we're $50,000 short.
And I
Can we
understand,
get more
you guys
money?
have in your plan that you're gonna actually do that road.
Yes.
I mean, cold weather's coming up, the ditches have not been touched.
No?
No.
And you know as well as I do, the road ain't no good without a ditch. You might as well keep your money in the bank and not do nothing with it.
Yeah.
But if you plan on doing it,
Yep.
the ditch is gonna be put in and have everything set, culvert's gonna be set if you need them.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you guys know what needs to be done, but there hasn't been nothing done on that road.
I had asked a local resident across the road from me
Yeah,
if he could ditch that, start right from his house, from that corner,
yeah,
right there, and come right to Woodland Center Road.
yeah.
And fix the shoulders, cut it out.
He probably do it for nothing.
Oh, no, we'll pay the man, I mean, but I'm just saying,
Cause he wants it as bad as the rest of us.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause he's got that
But-
big equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gotta go to work every day.
but he's got a time frame too.
Oh,
All this stuff, it has to be ahead.
well, our winter was terrible, good for the trucks and the time was.
Yeah.
But,
There again, the summer has been immaculate.
Yeah.
And
but we don't have no help.
I know that.
And what we got for help, I don't,
Yeah.
I feel as a resident, we shouldn't abuse what we got right now, because
No.
the two we got, if we could find one more,
If I'm planning on, doing the hot top, I would have the ditches way ready before we get pushed up against the wall and say, look, we can get you in on October 17th or September 29th. If those ditches aren't done, we don't want to get behind the 8 ball and not have those ditches prepared and ready for them. Because if they say, hey, we can go do it, you guys got the money, don't put yourself in a bad situation.
on the other situation, Dave, if we have the money right now, and say out of the 3 vendors we got, they come to us tomorrow, and we got the money, and they say, we can hot top the Langley Road Monday morning. Would you want us to wait to do the ditches, or would you want your hot top?
The ditches should be done if you have a plan to say that the road's gonna be paved.
Right.
Ditches should be prepared about 2 months before that should happen.
Right, that's the way it should be done, but nothing has been
I
done.
know, yeah.
Except okay, I was there, I'm the one that ground your road.
Yeah.
Okay, the next step after grinding that road is going to do the ditches and put the extra material on that I did from your place
Yep.
back towards Carson.
Yep.
Okay, the last year and a half or whatever it has been, the ditching ain't been done, the material hasn't been put on, nothing that was supposed to be done to that road has been done. But they went and ground the Fowler Road and opened up another road. You know, so it's,
That's why we have the necessity of a highway road plan.
that's right.
The plan done, so we know exactly where
This is
we're
gonna be a learning curve for new people that are coming up. If you're shorthanded, I mean, we're shorthanded, ain't nothing you can do with that.
But we don't have a road plan for them to go by, nothing.
Well,
And the two gotta be
once
back.
Paul gets back in and gets in the groove, I think we'll be doing all right.
That's why I asked earlier, he's coming back here, you know, I mean, he was supposed to be back in July. And that's where we thought, okay, he'll be back, we got these two guys, we'll be able to do what we needed to do on the Langley Road. You know, we assumed a lot that we didn't think the books were that bad. You know, but the more every time you turn a rock over, it's, oh, you know.
So when did Paul tell you, will he do the ditching?
He's gonna try. Cause,
And
I
his
mean,
mercy too.
right,
Yeah.
nothing's been planned ahead.
Yeah.
How much was allocated in the budget for road work? Was it
200,000.
200?
Yeah, I got the book right here. Yeah, it was 200.
So we've got at least 200 that we have.
No, yeah, but we can't
We
spend
bought
it
some
all
patch.
on that one thing. You know, we spent some, yeah, like for
Patch
patch,
and-
we've spent thousands of dollars on calcium.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the lift at calcium was what,
$6 grand.
$6 grand?
That's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Just for, and I mean, and that is,
Go ahead,
So
Jeff.
the point that Dave makes is interesting because, you know, he lives on that road. He's dealt with dust all summer long.
Yeah.
And he's as
Summers,
anxious-
yeah.
He's as anxious to get that paved as anybody.
Yeah.
And I totally understand that. But he brings up a good point. You want to put money on a surface that's not ready for it. Because if you don't control the water, you can put $100,000 payment on there and it looks good for a while. But what's going to happen in the spring if you don't
the same
control
thing
the
on
water?
Morse Road.
Right. I know.
Never been backed up. Trucks
Right.
coming down through, breaking it off.
But I mean, it's just, to me, it's just, it makes a very valid point, and it's something that should be thoroughly considered. And if you get a vendor that says, we can do that, we can do it in October, but you're not ready for it, do you want to put that
They can tell
out?
us now that they do it in October, we could be ready for it.
I can validate that the ditches are important. For years, I'd come in and ask to have my ditch done. And last year,
Your
the year
ditch was dug too deep.
Yeah, you right now it's even too deep, isn't it?
there's not a stitch of water in
Yeah.
that ditch.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been since they fixed it.
So you're
So
very
the ditches are great.
Wasn't that the culvert that was pushed quite high, they had to bring it back
They had to bring it down.
So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no water in
It's
there,
at
is
the, right
there?
at the beginning of that road, right?
Yeah.
On the left.
On the Thibodeau Road, yeah?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and since Paul and Matt and Gary fixed it, it's been excellent.
Yeah.
So I do want to thank them.
You gotta get your water under control before you go into that surfacing.
Because if not, it was that deep. You could swim in it
Yeah,
for years.
no need of that.
Well, I didn't make that comment to say, you know, because there's two people up there with Kathy and Chris. They know what it takes to do a road. I'm just,
Yeah, right,
I'm
but
just telling that in a public situation, just to find out if there was a plan.
We
That
do
we were
that.
scheduled to have this done if it was possibility to have the payment and them guys be able to do it.
to me, Dave,
Yeah, you know how that road
yeah,
works.
if Sunbird or Northeast or
Yeah.
Trumbull said they could pay that Monday, and we had the money,
Yeah.
I get paid.
Can we do
It's
the
gonna
ditch
cost,
patch?
it's gonna cost a little bit more to get the ditching done, because you probably have to get a wheeled excavator,
Rubber tire.
you know, a rubber tired one, but it can be done after. But to me, if we can get it hot top, it's good for the residents on there that deserve it paid.
Yeah.
Even if it costs a little bit more to do the ditching after, it's just, we got the road paid for the people that are paying the taxes.
Generally, they don't give you a Monday date. They say, but it looks like we can come to you in a couple of weeks. And we can
Right,
probably
right.
scramble
But
around to get that
I'm
done.
just saying that even though the ditches ain't done,
Yeah.
I would put the pavement down.
Well, if you could pull a rabbit out of your hat and go in the back door and find somebody that works there to maybe, you know, pull a string or something, you know?
I've done,
Chris, you've
I've
done
got a lot
that.
of hats.
You know,
And I haven't seen a rabbit yet, but I mean, you know, like the ditching, that can be done with a grader.
yes,
You know what I mean? Real fast.
yeah.
We don't have nobody run the grader.
Put them in it. They gotta learn, they gotta put
Learn
them
it.
in it.
They they've done it.
They were out in it today.
Yeah, they've tried.
They get batteries for that?
Huh?
They get batteries?
Yeah, I had to have batteries, and
It's
somebody
like-
left the switch.
That's just like our paver. We've got a paver,
Yep.
everybody knows how to put it in the yard, put
Yep.
some gravel, run gravel through it.
Well,
Practice through it.
as far as the paper goes, we don't have enough people, because you gotta have one guy in the truck, at least one guy on the roller. And how many guys, I mean, when we were using it, I'd run the paver, but you gotta have at least two, but you can with one, but it's slow. But I would give anything to have them know how to run that paver, because what they're doing on the Davis Road would be a lot easier for them than what they're doing now. But they said, no, we're gonna do it. And I said, well, you go ahead, and if you like shoveling, you go right ahead, but, and, you know.
Well, thank you.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Dave. Dave had a question there.
I want to change the subject a little bit. What's happening with the recreation committee?
I just see the sign-up sheet on the counter. That's the only thing else happening for that.
Oh, we have a list of people, but
Yeah.
would it be a good idea for the select board to designate a chairman and get something started with it?
Certainly. Yeah. Yeah. Was that part of the comprehensive board? They were gonna.
It was a recommendation from the 1994 plan. The last one we have, they recommended two things, to work on recreational development and including a comprehensive, and including a committee.
Well, yeah, we're going to be taking it back to the comprehensive guys with that list, and you guys appoint a chair or group off that list, and
We'll have to think about it. You're looking at a guy that's sitting on more committees than what this do. There's a number of people on that list. We just need to set something up, and I guess maybe that I could take the bull by the horns if their phone numbers are there and set something up and get a committee going.
looks like a great list of people.
Yes.
Now, as a town committee, shouldn't at least the chair be appointed by the select board?
This, we're rolling into this.
Step
just
up,
like
you
you, I
speak
think.
up, you were on the planning board for once.
Well, no, I mean, typically, any committees or, this would be a committee, I thought we were all appointed or.
I believe they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so the select board picks the chair for the committee.
Yeah.
You also.
And I don't know how many people you want on that board, or if you want everybody who signed up, but what about treasurer and secretary and all that stuff, you know?
You don't mean a treasurer right now, but with the duty as the recorder or secretary.
Yeah.
Be able to set a person up to be the chair, and then going through the committee, to the list that's on there, I would think that for long, I can't remember how many names are on there, but I would think that by a long, short time is that the committee be down to about 5. Because it takes a lot of work to get that stuff done.
Ted, you want to be chair on that?
Give me a break.
Anybody here want to be chair?
I wish I could make a motion.
Yeah.
Let's make a motion right now.
Yeah, okay.
Motion to
That'd be good.
accept Amy
That's what, yeah.
as chair of the newly formed recreation committee.
Yeah, there you go. Second it.
So all in favor?
There you go.
All right.
See, we are getting something done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy.
You had a question for Lorraine?
Lorraine, okay, how many committees you want? 2. Steering, and what else? Comprehensive.
Which I'm writing.
Excuse me?
I'm writing.
Okay. You guys are gonna have stuff for us to see? Or you want us to see stuff?
Bylaws and
You'll
stuff.
be receiving an email from us.
Okay, yeah.
For what you've been working on.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll give you some pretty high direction on what next steps are.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Now, that's there, what have you been working on? Has it been our policies, ordinances, what? Or is that the planning board? We got a bunch of committees, I don't know.
So, thank you, Chris, for asking the questions during public comment and question.
Yeah, well, I had to have
So first, the steering committee is working on an ordinance.
Okay.
That we talked about and presented at the last board meeting, which we checked.
Yeah,
And so we're ready to send that to you as a board.
okay,
And to get some feedback from you.
okay.
So
Steering
it's
committee,
about an ordinance, not bylaws.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, now, comprehensive, that's a wing off the planning board, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's that Dave Hall, ain't it?
Dave is the chair.
Dave and Ted.
Well, I just wanna know what,
I may be chair, but you're doing all the work, so.
Delegating authority.
And you very excellent job.
okay, so the steering committee part of the planning? No.
Only second.
Okay, comprehensive, part of the planning? Nope.
Well, it's under the planning board.
For lack of a better chairman, they designated me chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say that Lorraine is doing the bulk of the work,
Yeah,
and we're making progress.
okay.
And you're coming to the planning board meeting tomorrow night, correct?
You had told me about it, I don't guarantee it, but I will try, I ain't promising anything. But, yeah. And that's the planning board here,
Yes.
right?
Anyhow.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Well, any other questions?
I know it was board meeting.
I got a lot, but,
All right, well, our next board meeting is going to be tentative October 15th.
okay.
Need a motion to
I
adjourn?
make a motion to adjourn the meeting if everybody's happy.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?